Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome for the first time. But today's video we're going to be doing an oil change in a 2010 Toyota Corolla. This is for the 2009 to 2013, but let me go ahead and show you some of the parts and tools that you're going to be needing to pick up for this job, and everything is even on Amazon. So there's going to be links in the description down below for everything I'm using in this video, including the quick jacks I'm going to use to be able to raise the car up. But starting off, definitely what we need is oil. So we're going to use a 0W20 synthetic, and I went ahead and got the Valvoline high mileage. This car does have 128,000 miles, so I definitely wanted to get some of that extended protection. I went ahead and got a K&N oil filter. I ended up getting a brand new housing. I did just recently pick up this car to do a bunch of projects on. The housing looks a bit rough, so I went ahead and just picked up a new one. It does come with that O-ring. And you're also going to need a oil filter removal tool. So that actually kind of hooks in. So when you go to pull it off the car, that's how you're going to do it. And you can just use a regular kind of socket wrench. But also I have a drain pan, which has a height adjusted little funnel thing that you can attach to it so you can raise it up to the car. And also this giant splash pan, because you definitely don't want to make a mess of that. But we also got the quick jacks. So let's go ahead, raise the car up on the quick jacks. I'm going to go ahead and slide those under, raise it up. And if you guys are interested in picking up those as well, there are links in the description down below. So definitely go check it out. It makes a huge difference, huge game changer. But let's go ahead and raise the car up. All right, so now I have the car up in the air. One of the first things I'm going to do is go ahead and remove the oil cap. So whenever you remove the oil cap, whenever you open the bottom up, all the air can kind of flow in through the top and be able to drain right out through the bottom a lot easier. All right, so now that we're under the car, went ahead and got the drain pan set up into place. We got a kind of rod to keep it up real high, and then went ahead and threw on a 14 millimeter, because that's what we're going to pull off the drain plug with. And if you did notice that there is oil all over the back of my engine, especially like right up in there, the timing chain tensioner gasket actually needs to be replaced. So that will be an upcoming video, but for now I'm just going to go ahead and do the oil change. And then also, I don't know if you can really see it, there's like chunks missing out of this housing, and then also these little plastic pieces. There's 3 of them on each side. The ones on this side are like broken off. So that's another reason why I went ahead and picked up a new filter housing, because somebody obviously cranked this as tight as they can and broke it. All right, let's go ahead and start off with removing the oil drain bolt. And then also something I forgot to mention is the little crush washer. I also got these on Amazon. It's like a pack of like 24 or 25 for it's like a few bucks, but definitely picks up some of those as well. Let me go ahead and get this hooked up and loosened. Dang, they definitely cranked this on tight. Ah, there we go. Okay. All right, now that we got that loose, let's just go ahead and do the rest of this by hand. Actually, let me just do it like that. I just don't want to get my wrench all covered in oil. There we go. All right, now we're just going to go ahead and just let that drain. All right, so now that this is still pretty much dripping just a little bit, I got this right on the edge where it does also cover underneath the oil filter housing. So I'm going to go ahead and remove the housing without reaching through the oil dripping. But let's go ahead and kind of line this up. And let's go ahead and stick it right on into place. And let's go ahead and remove the oil filter. Yeah, somebody definitely tightened this way too tight. Yeah, there we go. Whew, that was tough. Dang, yeah, somebody definitely tightened that a lot harder than it should have been. All right, we might be able to do this by hand now. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Alrighty, there we go. I'm just going to tip that up, and the tool's actually kind of stuck on here. So I don't know if I can really pop that off right now without getting stuff everywhere. So I'm just going to go ahead and just let that sit and drain for a few minutes. All right, so typically I would go ahead and pull the filter out and then I'll swap that. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and throw this entire thing away since I did get new housing. You can see where it's broken off right there, and then there's like a big chunk missing right here. So that's why I went ahead and just picked up the whole new one. But if you guys are replacing them, you're definitely just going to pull that filter out, put the new one in, and then replace this little gasket right here. But let me go ahead and get the new one and go ahead and get that prepped. All right, so now I got the new filter housing. I'm going to go ahead and take that O-ring and get it put on. But I'm actually going to kind of get just a little bit of oil on my finger. And then I'm going to rub that all along that gasket, just so it at least has like a nice good oily coating on it. And then let's go ahead and just slide that down. All right. And there we go. And now we're going to go ahead and take the new K&N filter, and we're going to go ahead and just slide that right down into place. And just like that, that's prepped, ready to go. Typically in other cars, I would put a little bit of oil in here, but for this one, the whole thing turns sideways, so I don't really want to put oil in that and have it all just dump out. But since that's almost done dripping, I'm going to let that finish dripping, and then I'm going to go ahead and wipe up the area, and then we're going to go ahead and slide that on. And then you're also going to take your drain plug, and you're going to go ahead and put the crush washer on it. So it just slides right on. So now you can go ahead and once that's done dripping, clean up that area and put that on. So now it's pretty much almost done dripping. I'm just going to go ahead and take the drain plug and put it right back into place. I'm just going to go ahead and hand tighten it first, and it's going to stop that dripping right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and wipe up the surrounding area, get that all just kind of cleaned up right there. And we're going to go ahead and take that 14 millimeter and go ahead and tighten this down. Move that out of the way a little bit. All right. And you do not want to crank this super tight. You just want to make it like nice. And I would say like hand snug. So nothing like too crazy, but you don't want to have to like bust it off with a mallet later on. Sometimes the dealerships definitely put that way too tight. So you do not want to deal with that mess. But let's just go ahead. I'm just going to wipe that off right there. And we're going to go ahead and take the new filter housing, put it right into place. And we're just going to go ahead and screw it in hand tight to start off with. There we go. All right, so now it's a little snug. And we're going to go ahead and take our oil filter housing tool. And we're going to go ahead and hook that into place. And let's go ahead and crank it down just a little bit tighter. Also, you do not want to make this super tight either. It does kind of have like a lot of threads before it even like gets tight. There we go. It's a little snug, and there we go. Alrighty. Pop that off. And now we can go ahead and go to the top side and add the oil. Alright, so like I said before, we are going to be using the 0W20. Actually, let's see, there it is, 0W20. And I went ahead and got the funnel already set into place. And we're going to be using 4.5 quarts, or actually I think it's 4.4 quarts. And I honestly suggest getting these big jugs. It actually has this little clear strip right here with measurements. So as you pour, you can then just set this on the ground, double check. But let's go ahead, bust this open, and start pouring in the new oil. And another suggestion I have is whenever you're pouring in the new oil, go ahead and pull the dipstick out just a little bit so that some of the air can escape through that channel as well. All right, so now we went ahead and got all the oil put in. I'm going to go ahead and pull the dipstick out and get that checked. So I'm going to go ahead and pull it out, wipe it off on a nice clean rag. And we're going to go ahead and stick it back in. And you want to make sure that it's definitely between those two little points there. I don't know if you can see it right there and right there. All right. And we are definitely good. So now we can go ahead and put the dipstick back in place. And then go ahead and pull the funnel out and put the cap back on. And just like that, the oil change is done. But if this video did help you guys out, definitely put down in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, or if you have any other questions. Also, like I said, all the parts, all the tools, everything I use in this video, there's going to be links as well down in the description. So you guys can go pick up all those parts on Amazon. You can have them in your house super quick, super easy. Or if for some reason something's defective with a part, you can go ahead and get an easy return. But like I said, check out all those links. But if you guys do want to see more videos with the Toyota Corolla, I have a lot of videos on my channel. I even have a playlist that this video is a part of, so definitely go check out the whole playlist. I have all kinds of stuff and so much more to come. But if you guys like the video, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. But as always, thank you for watching.